The gavel comes down like thunder. Judge Thaddeus Montgomery holds a manila folder in his right hand. Silver hair catches the fluorescent courtroom lights. His jaw is set. His eyes are steel. "Cocaine," he says. The word hangs in the air like smoke. 2 emergency room admissions, March 23rd, July 17th, both overdoses. The woman at the plaintiff's table, navy dress, perfect makeup, $1,000 haircut, begins to shake. Fired from Children and Youth Services, positive drug test, August 24th, 2024. Her lawyer, Victor Sterling, rises halfway out of his chair. Objection forming on his lips. The judge doesn't even glance his way. Surveillance footage. Kensington Avenue, 2 weeks ago. Purchasing cocaine from a known dealer. The woman, Natasha Crane, crumbles. Hands cover her face. Shoulders heave. The sound she makes is somewhere between a sob and a scream. At the defendant's table, a black man in a borrowed suit sits perfectly still, hands folded on the table, expression unchanged. Not when the judge started reading, not when Natasha started crying. Nothing. Marcus Devereaux doesn't move. The judge looks at him, just for a second. Something passes between them. Recognition, gratitude, understanding. This court awards full custody of Lily Marie Devereaux to her father, Marcus James Devereaux. The gavel falls again. Marcus closes his eyes. The screen goes black. White text appears. 72 hours earlier. 4:30 in the morning feels different than any other time. The world is quiet, still holding its breath between yesterday and today. Marcus Devereaux's alarm screams into that silence. He sits up in darkness. The mattress creaks under him. Secondhand. Purchased from Facebook Marketplace 3 years ago for $60. The springs are going. He keeps meaning to replace it, keeps not having the money. His hand finds the alarm clock. Plastic. $5 at Dollar Tree. He hits the button. Silence returns. For exactly 10 seconds, Marcus sits there in the dark, eyes closed, breathing. This is his routine. 10 seconds of quiet before the day begins, before the jobs, before the struggle, before everything. 10 seconds of peace. Then he stands. The apartment is 1 bedroom in South Philadelphia. Section 8 housing. Rent subsidized because market rate $1,200 a month for 500 square feet is a joke Marcus can't afford to laugh at. The kitchen is 7 steps from the bedroom door. The bathroom is 5 steps in the other direction. The living room is where his daughter sleeps, where Lily sleeps. Marcus walks past her on his way to the bathroom. She's curled up on the pull-out couch, buried under a pink comforter decorated with cartoon unicorns. Her curly hair fans out across the pillow like a halo. She's 6 years old, 1st grade, smart as hell, funny, kind. She's the only thing in this world that matters. Marcus brushes his teeth in the bathroom mirror. The man looking back is 38 but looks older. Lines around his eyes like cracks in concrete. Gray creeping into his beard like frost. He's 6'2", broad-shouldered, built like someone who spent his life working with his hands. Which he has. The scar on his left forearm, 3 inches long, pale against his dark brown skin, is from Iraq. Fallujah, 2009. Shrapnel from an IED he was trying to defuse. It didn't detonate. He got lucky. 200 other people got lucky that day, too. He doesn't think about that anymore. He shaves, gets dressed, gray work pants, blue button-down shirt with Callaway's auto embroidered over the pocket, steel-toed boots. The same uniform he's worn for 8 years. In the kitchen, he makes breakfast. $2.47 cereal. The generic brand that comes in a bag instead of a bulk, milk that he waters down to make it last. 1 bowl for him. 1 bowl for Lily, covered with plastic wrap left on the counter for when she wakes up. He pours coffee into a travel mug. Black. No sugar. Can't afford sugar. The photograph on the refrigerator catches his eye like it does every morning. Marcus in army dress uniform, Bronze Star medal pinned to his chest. The photo was taken 15 years ago at some ceremony he barely remembers. He was 23, just back from his second deployment. Still believed the uniform meant something. Now it's held to the fridge with a magnet shaped like the Liberty Bell. Tourist trap souvenir, $2. He looks at it for exactly 3 seconds. Then he leaves for work. The sun isn't up yet when Marcus parks his Honda Civic in the lot behind Callaway's auto shop. 97 model, 240,000 miles on the odometer. He keeps it running through sheer force of will and spare parts he scavenges from the shop. The shop itself is a converted warehouse in Kensington. 3 garage bays, office up front. Winston Callaway Wynn, to everyone who knows him, has owned it for 32 years. Bought it with his discharge pay from the Gulf War back in '91. Wynn is already there when Marcus arrives. He's always there. 67 years old and still shows up at 4:45 every morning like clockwork. Morning Mac. Wynn's the only person who calls him that. Everyone else calls him Marcus or Mr. Devereaux. Wynn's been calling him Mac since the day he hired him 8 years ago. Morning, Wynn. They don't need more words than that. Not at this hour. Marcus changes into coveralls, ties his work boots, checks the schedule Wynn left on the clipboard by the door. 7 cars today, oil changes, brake jobs, 1 transmission rebuild on a 2008 Toyota. The kind of work that pays $50 an hour to the shop. Marcus sees 12 of that. The rest goes to overhead parts Wynn's cut. Fair enough. Wynn gave him a job when nobody else would. Fresh out of the army. No civilian experience, no college degree, just a Bronze Star and a handshake. Marcus gets to work. The first car is a Mercedes S-Class, black, sleek, worth more than Marcus makes in 5 years. The owner dropped it off yesterday, some lawyer from Center City who needs the brakes done before a trip to the Hamptons this weekend. Marcus lifts the hood, checks the brake fluid, examines the pads. He's good at this, really good. Engines make sense to him in a way people don't. There's a logic to them, a cause and effect. You turn a wrench, something happens. Predictable, controllable, not like the rest of his life. By 7:30, he's finished the Mercedes. The lawyer will pick it up this afternoon. $850 bill. The guy will pay it without blinking. Probably tip the front desk girl $20. Marcus wipes his hands on a rag, moves to the next car. Wynn appears in the bay doorway around 8, coffee in hand. Customer left you something. He holds out a $50 bill. Marcus looks at it. For what? Tip. Said you did good work on his Lexus last week. I did the work I was paid to do. Mac, just take the money. No. Wynn sighs. It's an old argument. They've had it a dozen times. Wynn doesn't push. He knows Marcus won't budge. The old man pockets the 50 and walks away, shaking his head. Pride don't feed your daughter, son. I learned that in '91. Desert Storm, came home to nothing. Had to swallow my pride, accept help. Marcus doesn't answer. He just gets back to work. 2 o'clock. Marcus clocks out of Callaway's auto, gets in his Honda, drives 12 minutes to his second job. Brood Awakening. Coffee shop in Rittenhouse Square, fancy neighborhood, rich people. The kind who pay $7 for a latte and don't think twice about it. Marcus makes $9.50 an hour here, minimum wage, plus tips which average out to maybe $30 a shift if he's lucky. He puts on the black polo shirt with the shop's logo, ties the apron, takes his position behind the espresso machine. The afternoon rush is brutal. Businessmen in suits, college students with MacBooks, tourists asking for recommendations. Marcus makes drinks, takes orders, smiles when he's supposed to. Says thank you and have a great day in the tone they expect. He's invisible here. Just another face behind the counter. Nobody asks his name. Nobody wonders about his life. He's just the guy who makes their coffee, which is fine. Easier that way. Around 5, a woman in yoga pants orders a skinny vanilla latte. Decaf, extra hot, no foam. She pays with a black American Express card, doesn't leave a tip. Marcus makes her drink exactly the way she wants it. hands it to her with a smile he doesn't feel. She takes it without looking at him. Already on her phone. Already gone. Invisible. Marcus wipes down the counter, restocks the cups, checks the clock. 4 more hours. His phone buzzes at 6:14. Text message, unknown number. Marcus almost doesn't open it. Spam probably, but something makes him look. The message is from the Philadelphia County Court System. Automated, official, notice, custody hearing scheduled, Devereaux versus Crane, Friday, September 20th, 9 a.m. Family Court, Courtroom 4. C. Marcus reads it twice, then 3 times. Friday. Today is Tuesday. 72 hours. His hands shake just for a second. Then he forces them still, puts the phone back in his pocket, goes back to work. But the message sits in his mind like a stone in his gut. Heavy, cold. 72 hours. 9:30. Marcus clocks out, drives home, parks in the lot behind his building, climbs the stairs to the 2nd floor. Apartment 2D. The door sticks. It always sticks. He puts his shoulder into it, forces it open. Inside, Lily is asleep on the couch. Mrs. Lorraine Patterson, the 70-year-old neighbor from 2B who watches Lily when Marcus is working, sits in the armchair reading a magazine. She tried to wait up for you. Made it till 9. Thank you, Lorraine. Marcus pulls $20 from his wallet. It's money he can't afford to spend, but he doesn't have a choice. Mrs. Patterson waves it away. Keep it, baby. You need it more than I do. Lorraine, I said keep it. That child needs her daddy, not me taking your money. Marcus swallows, nods, puts the 20 back in his wallet. Mrs. Patterson gathers her things, pats his arm on her way out. You're a good father, Marcus. Don't let nobody tell you different. The door closes behind her. Marcus stands in the quiet apartment, looks at his daughter sleeping. Her chest rises and falls, peaceful, safe, for now. He kneels beside the couch, brushes a curl away from her face. Lily's eyes flutter open. Daddy. Hey, baby girl, I'm home. She sits up, rubs her eyes. I tried to wait. I know. You should be sleeping. I missed you. Her voice is small, tired. Something in Marcus's chest breaks and rebuilds itself at the same time. I missed you too, Lily. She looks at him with those big brown eyes. 6 years old and already too smart for her own good. Daddy, I don't want to leave you. The fear in her voice cuts through him. Mommy called today. She said maybe I have to go live with her. Marcus closes his eyes, takes a breath, opens them again. Your mommy's wrong, Lily. You're staying with me. I promise you that. But what if the judge? No judge is taking you away from me. Okay, I won't let that happen. Lily searches his face, looking for the lie, looking for the crack in his armor. She doesn't find one. Okay, Daddy. Okay, now go back to sleep. Will you stay? Just for a little bit. Marcus sits on the floor beside the couch, takes her hand. I'll stay as long as you need. Within minutes, she's asleep again. Her hand soft in his, her breathing steady. Marcus stays there on the floor, watching her, memorizing this moment, because in 72 hours a stranger in a black robe is going to decide if he's worthy of being called her father. And Marcus Devereaux has no idea how to prove that he is. Wednesday morning, Marcus wakes before the alarm. Same routine, different weight in his chest. 48 hours until court at Callaway's by 5. Wynn is already there looking at Marcus with concern. You okay, Mac? You look like hell. I'm fine. You ain't fine. Marcus doesn't answer, just pulls on his coveralls and gets to work. At 7, Marcus's phone rings, unknown number. He answers. Mr. Devereaux, this is Bernard Mills. I'm your court-appointed attorney for Friday's hearing. Marcus steps outside the garage bay. Yeah, I remember. I wanted to touch base before we go in, go over what to expect. Okay. So, I've reviewed the case file. Your ex-wife, Natasha Crane, is represented by Victor Sterling. Are you familiar with that name? No. He's very good, specializes in custody cases, win rate of about 98.7%. Marcus says nothing. The thing is, Mr. Devereaux, Natasha has a strong case on paper. She makes $160,000 a year as a social worker. You make $38,400 across both jobs. She has a 3-bedroom townhouse in Chestnut Hill. You have a Section 8 one-bedroom in South Philly where your daughter sleeps on a pull-out couch. So you're saying I'm going to lose? I'm saying we need to be realistic about our chances. The court prioritizes stability, financial security. Natasha can provide things you can't. I can provide love. I can provide being there. I know, and will emphasize that. But Mr. Devereaux, I need you to understand. Victor Sterling is going to paint you as a struggling, absent father who works 70 hours a week and can barely keep the lights on. And on paper, he's not wrong. Marcus grips the phone tighter. What are you telling me? I'm telling you to prepare yourself for the possibility that you might not win. Silence on the line. Is there anything else? Marcus asks. Just be honest on the stand. Don't try to make yourself sound better than you are. Judges can smell nonsense a mile away. I won't lie. Good. I'll see you Friday morning, 9 a.m. Don't be late. The call ends. Marcus stands outside the garage, stares at his phone. 98.7%. He goes back inside, gets back to work, but the numbers sit in his head like a countdown clock. Wednesday night. Marcus finishes his shift at Brood Awakening at 11. Drives home through empty streets. Rain starts halfway there. Soft at first, then harder. By the time he reaches his building, it's pouring. He sits in the car for a minute, watching the rain hammer the windshield, thinking about Friday, about Bernard Mills and his realistic expectations, about Victor Sterling and his 98.7% win rate, about Lily's fear in her voice. Marcus doesn't cry. He stopped crying a long time ago. Iraq taught him that. But sitting in his car in the rain alone in the dark, he comes close. Then his phone buzzes. Text from Mrs. Patterson. Lily's asleep. I'm heading home. She ate all her dinner. Good girl. Marcus texts back. Thank you. He gets out of the car. Rain soaks through his work shirt immediately. He runs to the building, takes the stairs 2 at a time. Inside the apartment, everything is quiet. Marcus changes into dry clothes, sits on the floor beside the couch, watches his daughter sleep. Somewhere in this city, Natasha Crane is sleeping in her 3-bedroom townhouse, probably not worrying about Friday at all. Because she has Victor Sterling, and Marcus has Bernard Mills. The math doesn't work. Marcus stays on the floor until midnight, then 1 a.m., then 2. Finally, he stands, walks to the window, looks out at the rain, and that's when his phone rings. It's Win. Mac, you still up? Yeah, why? I need you to come to the shop right now. Win, it's 2 in the morning. I know what time it is. Just get here, trust me. The line goes dead. Marcus looks at Lily, sleeping, safe. He can't leave her alone. He calls Mrs. Patterson. She answers on the 4th ring, groggy and confused. Marcus, what's wrong? I need you to watch Lily, emergency, just for an hour. Baby, it's 2 in the morning. I know, please, Lorraine, I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. Silence, then a sigh. I'll be right over. 10 minutes later, Mrs. Patterson is sitting in Marcus's armchair, wrapped in a bathrobe, shaking her head. This better be good, Marcus Devereaux. I'll be back soon, I promise. He's out the door before she can argue. The rain hasn't let up. Marcus drives through it, wipers on full blast, barely able to see 10 feet in front of him. The streets are empty. Just him and the storm. Calloway's auto is dark when he pulls up, except for one light in the back office. Marcus parks. Runs through the rain. The door is unlocked. Inside, Win is sitting at his desk, surrounded by papers. He looks up when Marcus walks in. Thanks for coming. Win, what the hell is this about? Win doesn't answer right away, just reaches into a drawer and pulls out a manila folder, sets it on the desk. I couldn't sleep. Kept thinking about Friday, about you and Lily, about that damn lawyer with his 98% nonsense. Win. So I did some digging, went through your old employment files, found something. He opens the folder. Inside are papers, official documents, Army letterhead, Marcus's discharge papers. Captain Marcus James Devereaux, Army Corps of Engineers, served 2 tours, Iraq 2008 to 2010, Bronze Star Medal for exceptional bravery in defusing 47 improvised explosive devices. Saved approximately 200 coalition lives. Wynn looks up. 15 years, Mac. 15 years you've worked for me. You never said a damn word. Marcus doesn't move. Why? Why didn't you tell anyone? Because it doesn't matter. The hell it doesn't, you're a hero. I'm a mechanic, that's all. Wynn stands, walks around the desk, gets right in Marcus's face. You think some judge is gonna take Lily away from a Bronze Star recipient? You think the media won't eat that story up? Veteran single father fighting for custody against rich ex-wife. I don't want media, I don't want attention, I just want my daughter. Then use this. Wynn slams his hand on the folder. Use what you earned, what you deserve. Marcus stares at the papers. His name in official type. Bronze Star, Captain, Hero. Words that feel like they belong to someone else. I didn't earn anything. I just did my job. And you did it better than 99% of people could. That matters, Mac, whether you want it to or not. Marcus picks up the folder, looks at the discharge papers, the medal citation. What am I supposed to do with this? Show up Friday, tell your story, let them see who you really are. I'm just a mechanic. No. Wynn's voice is firm. You're Lily's father, and you're a man who saved 200 lives. Don't you dare walk into that courtroom and pretend you're less than you are. Marcus holds the folder. Rain hammers the roof. Thunder rumbles somewhere in the distance. Okay. Wynn nods. Okay. I should get back. Mrs. Patterson is with Lily. Go, get some sleep. You got 48 hours. Marcus heads for the door, then stops, turns back. Wynn, thank you. The old man waves him off. Just win on Friday. That's all the thanks I need. Marcus drives home through the storm, the folder sitting on the passenger seat, a piece of his past he's spent 15 years trying to forget. Maybe it's time to remember. Thursday. The rain doesn't stop. Marcus goes through his day. Callaway's from 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. Brood awakening from 3 to 11. Same routine, same grind. But something has shifted. Wynn's words echo in his head. Use what you earned. Show them who you are. At 8 p.m. between customers, Marcus pulls out his phone. He Googles Bernard Mills. The results aren't encouraging. Public defender. Overworked. Underpaid. Reviews from former clients mention things like, he tried his best and seemed like he cared but was too busy. Then Marcus Googles Victor Sterling. The man's website looks like it costs more than Marcus makes in a year. Sleek. Professional. Testimonials from satisfied clients. Photos of Sterling in expensive suits shaking hands with judges accepting awards. 98.7% success rate in custody litigation. Marcus closes his phone. 24 hours, Thursday night, 11 p.m. Marcus pulls into his building's parking lot. The rain has finally stopped. The streets are slick, wet, reflecting streetlights like mirrors. Marcus sits in his car, engine off, just breathing. Tomorrow is Friday. In 10 hours he'll be in a courtroom, fighting for Lily, against a lawyer who never loses, with a public defender who's trying his best. The math still doesn't work. Marcus gets out of the car, starts walking toward his building. That's when he sees them. Two figures on the side of the road, standing next to a car, a Mercedes, black, sleek, the same model he worked on 2 days ago at the shop. The hood is up. Steam rising from the engine. The two figures are girls, young, 19, maybe 20, identical, twins. They're soaked, hair plastered to their faces, shivering. One of them sees Marcus, waves frantically. Marcus should keep walking. He should go inside. Go to bed. He's got court in 10 hours. He doesn't need this. But something makes him stop. Maybe it's the way they look, scared, desperate, helpless. Maybe it's thinking about Lily. Imagining her stranded somewhere, hoping someone would stop. Maybe he's just too tired to make good decisions anymore. Marcus walks over. Car trouble. The twins turn to him. Relief floods their faces. It just died. We've been here for almost an hour. Our phones are dead. Nobody stopped. Until you, the other adds. Marcus looks at the car, expensive, new, the kind of vehicle people in this neighborhood don't drive, and you're not from around here. No, we were visiting a friend, got lost, then this happened. Marcus walks to the hood, looks at the engine. Even in the dark, even without proper light, he can see the problem. Corroded battery terminals, loose connection. Your battery's shot. You're not going anywhere tonight without a jump or a tow. The twins exchange worried looks. We can call our father, he's probably busy though. Something in the way she says it makes Marcus pause, that tone. Disappointment wrapped in acceptance. He knows that sound. Look, I can give you a ride. There's a hotel about 15 minutes from here. You can call a tow in the morning. Both twins stare at him. You'd do that? Can't leave you out here. They grab their bags from the car. Expensive bags, designer. Probably cost more than Marcus's rent. They follow him to his Honda. Neither of them says anything about the car's condition. The dent in the door, the missing hubcap, they just look grateful. Marcus starts the engine, pulls onto the road. I'm Sophia, the one in the passenger seat. Isabella, the one in back. Marcus, thank you for stopping. Really, most people just, they see us and keep going. People are scared these days, can't blame them. But you stopped, Sophia points out. Marcus is quiet for a moment. Rain starts again, soft patter on the windshield. I have a daughter. She's 6. If she was ever stranded somewhere scared in the rain, I'd hope someone would stop for her. The car falls silent except for the rain. What's her name? Isabella asks softly. Lily. That's beautiful. Sophia's voice is gentle. Then hesitantly, do you get to see her often? The question hits harder than she could know. Every chance I get, which might not be for much longer. He hadn't meant to say that. It just slipped out. The weight he's been carrying, finding a crack to escape through. What do you mean? Marcus grips the steering wheel tighter. He shouldn't be talking about this. These are strangers. This isn't their problem, but maybe that's why it's easier. Because they're strangers, because they'll never see him again after tonight. Her mother and I are divorced. She's trying to take full custody. Says I'm not fit to be a father because I work too much. Don't make enough money. We go to court tomorrow morning. That's horrible, Sophia whispers. It is what it is. Marcus's voice betrays him, though. The crack is widening. I'm doing everything I can. 2 jobs, saving every penny, showing up to every school event, but sometimes it feels like it's not enough. Like the world's already decided I'm not good enough. Isabella leans forward between the seats. Our father's like that. Always working. We barely see him. He has all the money in the world, but we'd trade it all just to have dinner with him once a week without him checking his phone. He thinks providing means everything, Sophia adds quietly. He doesn't understand that we just want him there, present. Marcus glances at her. You should tell him that. We've tried. He doesn't listen, says we don't understand what it takes to maintain our lifestyle. Sounds lonely. It is. Money doesn't fix loneliness. It just makes it more comfortable. They drive in silence, rain pounding the car, lightning occasionally illuminating the dark highway. Marcus thinks about Lily, about tomorrow, about how he's fighting so hard to keep her while these girls are fighting just to be seen by their father. You seem like a good dad, the kind who stops in a storm. Isabella's voice is soft. Marcus's throat tightens. I'm trying to be. That's more than most people do. Marcus pulls into the hotel parking lot 20 minutes later. A Hilton. Nice. Way nicer than anywhere Marcus could afford. The twins gather their things. Sophia turns to him before getting out. Thank you, Marcus. Really, you didn't have to help us, but you did. She pauses, pulls out a pen and receipt from her purse, writes something down, hands it to him. If you need anything at all, call me. Marcus takes it. A phone number, nothing else. I hope the judge sees what we see, that you're exactly the kind of father your daughter needs. Me too. The twins disappear into the hotel lobby. Marcus sits there for a moment, rain hammering his windshield, a phone number on a receipt in his hand. 10 hours. He drives home. Inside the apartment, Lily is asleep, Mrs. Patterson is in the armchair reading. She was an angel, went down at 8:30. Thank you, Lorraine. After she leaves, Marcus kneels beside the couch, brushes Lily's curls from her face. She stirs, eyes flutter open. Daddy. Hey, sweetheart, I'm home. I missed you. I missed you too, baby. She sits up, rubs her eyes, looks at him with those big brown eyes that see everything. Will you come back after you see the judge? The question is different this time. Not about staying together, about him coming back at all. Marcus pulls her into a hug, holds her tight. I'll always come back to you, always, I promise. And somewhere across the city in a mansion, he'll never see Sophia. And Isabella Montgomery are telling their father about the man who stopped in the storm. About Marcus Devereaux, the name their father, Judge Thaddeus Montgomery, writes down in his notebook. The name he'll see again in exactly 10 hours in courtroom 4C, where Marcus's entire world will be decided by a stranger in a black robe. The storm outside finally stops, but the real storm is just beginning. Friday morning, 4 a.m. Marcus doesn't need the alarm. He's been awake for hours, staring at the ceiling, watching shadows move across the plaster, listening to Lily breathe on the couch. 3 hours until court. He gets up, shower. The water runs cold because he can't afford to fix the hot water heater. He stands under it anyway, lets it wake him up, clear his head. In the bedroom, he pulls out the suit, borrowed from Wynne yesterday afternoon. Charcoal gray, doesn't fit quite right, too loose in the waist, too tight in the shoulders. But it's clean, pressed, better than anything Marcus owns. He puts it on in front of the mirror, adjusts the tie. Wynne showed him how yesterday, 4 times until Marcus got it right. The man in the mirror looks like someone else, someone who belongs in courtrooms, someone who has his life together. The lie almost works. Marcus walks to the living room. Lily is still asleep. He sits on the edge of the couch, brushes her hair back from her forehead, her eyes open. Daddy, morning, baby girl. She sits up, looks at him, at the suit, her eyes go wide. You look fancy. Gotta look my best today. For the judge, Marcus nods. Lily's face changes. The sleepiness fades. Fear replaces it. Daddy, what if? Lily, look at me. She does. No matter what happens today, I love you. That doesn't change, ever. You understand? Yes. Good, now get dressed. Mrs. Patterson is going to take you to school. I want to come with you. You can't, baby. Kids aren't allowed in courtrooms. Lily doesn't argue, just nods. Brave. Marcus kisses her forehead, stands. Mrs. Patterson arrives at 6:30. She takes one look at Marcus and tears up. Oh, baby, you clean up nice. Thanks, Lorraine. You're gonna do great today. I can feel it. Marcus wishes he had her faith. He leaves at 7, drives through empty streets. The city is just waking up. Garbage trucks, early commuters, the world moving forward like nothing's about to change. Marcus parks 3 blocks from the courthouse, walks the rest of the way. The building is gray stone, 6 stories, imposing, flags out front, American, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia. Marcus climbs the steps inside security, metal detectors, guards who barely look at him. He empties his pockets, keys, wallet, phone, the receipt with Sophia's number still folded inside. He passes through, gathers his things. The directory says family court is on the 4th floor. Marcus takes the stairs, can't afford to be trapped in an elevator right now. Needs to move, needs to breathe. 4th floor, long hallway, courtrooms on both sides, people everywhere, lawyers in expensive suits, families in their Sunday best, everyone waiting for their turn to have their lives decided. Courtroom 4C is at the end of the hall. Bernard Mills is waiting outside. Public defender, early 40s, rumpled suit, coffee-stained tie, briefcase that's seen better days. He sees Marcus, waves him over. Mr. Devereaux. Good, you're early. Didn't want to be late. Smart. Listen, before we go in, I need to prepare you. Natasha's lawyer is going to come at you hard. Questions about your finances, your work schedule, the apartment. Don't get defensive, just answer honestly. Short and simple. Can you do that? Yes. Good. And Mr. Devereaux, one more thing. The judge assigned to this case is Thaddeus Montgomery. He's fair, tough, but fair. If we can show him you're a good father despite the circumstances, we have a shot. Marcus nods. Doesn't mention that he knows the judge's daughters. Doesn't mention last night. Doesn't seem relevant. At 8:45, the courtroom doors open. Inside, it's exactly like the movies. Wood paneling, high ceilings, bench at the front. American flag, state flag, seal of Pennsylvania. Marcus sits at the defendant's table, Bernard beside him, arranging papers, muttering to himself. At 8:50, the other side arrives. Natasha first. She looks perfect. Navy dress, pearl necklace, hair done, makeup flawless. She doesn't look at Marcus, doesn't acknowledge him. Then Victor Sterling. The man is exactly what Marcus expected. Mid-50s. Tailored suit that probably costs $5,000. Silk tie, gold watch. Briefcase that's newer than Marcus's car. He looks at Marcus once, dismissive, like Marcus is already beaten. Maybe he is. At 8:58, the bailiff enters. All rise. Everyone stands. The door behind the bench opens, and Judge Thaddeus Montgomery walks in. Tall, distinguished, late 50s, silver hair, sharp eyes that sweep across the courtroom. Those eyes land on Marcus. For exactly 2 seconds, the judge stops. Recognition flashes across his face. Subtle, but there. Marcus sees it. The judge sits. Be seated. Everyone sits. Judge Montgomery opens a file, adjusts his glasses, looks up. We're here today for the custody hearing of Lily Marie Devereaux. Counselors, are both parties ready to proceed? Victor Sterling stands, smooth, confident. Yes, Your Honor, the plaintiff is ready. Bernard Mills stands, less smooth, less confident. The defendant is ready, Your Honor. Good. Mr. Sterling, your opening statement. Victor Sterling stands, buttons his jacket, walks to the center of the courtroom. Your Honor, this case is about one thing, the best interests of a 6-year-old child. Lily Devereaux deserves stability, she deserves security, she deserves a parent who can provide for her needs, not just emotionally, but practically. He gestures to Natasha. My client, Natasha Crane, earns $160,000 a year. She has a 3-bedroom townhouse in one of Philadelphia's finest neighborhoods. She has health insurance, dental insurance. A college fund already started for Lily. She can provide piano lessons, dance classes, private tutors, everything a child needs to thrive. Sterling turns, looks at Marcus. The defendant, Marcus Devereaux, earns $38,400. He works 70 hours a week at 2 jobs, a mechanic, a barista. He lives in subsidized housing. His daughter sleeps on a pull-out couch. He can't afford piano lessons, can't afford dance classes, can barely afford to keep the lights on. Sterling pauses, lets that sink in. Your Honor, Mr. Devereaux may love his daughter. I don't dispute that. But love isn't enough. Not when a child needs braces, not when a child needs a winter coat. Not when a child deserves better than what poverty can provide. He sits down. The courtroom is silent. Judge Montgomery looks at Bernard Mills. Mr. Mills, your opening. Bernard stands, clears his throat. Your Honor, my client is a good father. He works 2 jobs to provide for his daughter. He attends every parent-teacher conference, every school event, every doctor's appointment. He may not have money, but he has something more valuable. He has time. He has presence. He has love that doesn't come with conditions. It's weak. Marcus can hear it. The courtroom can hear it. Bernard sits down. Sterling smiles, barely, but it's there. Judge Montgomery makes a note. Mr. Sterling, call your first witness. The plaintiff calls Natasha Crane. Natasha stands, walks to the witness stand, takes the oath, sits. She looks small up there, vulnerable. Exactly what she wants. Sterling stands. Miss Crane, how long were you married to Marcus Devereaux? 4 years. And why did the marriage end? I couldn't do it anymore. The struggle, the poverty. I wanted more for our daughter. Marcus refused to change, refused to get a better job, refused to accept help. His pride was more important than our family. Marcus's jaw tightens, but he doesn't react, doesn't move. And since the divorce, what has your relationship with Lily been like? Difficult. Marcus makes it difficult. He schedules his visitation to conflict with my work. He badmouths me to Lily, tells her I abandoned them. Did you abandon them? No, I left a bad situation. There's a difference. Sterling nods, walks back to his table, picks up a folder. Your Honor, I'd like to submit Exhibit A, photographs of the defendant's apartment. He hands copies to the judge, to Bernard, To the court reporter. Marcus sees them. His apartment, dishes in the sink, clothes on the floor. Lily's toys scattered everywhere. The photos make it look worse than it is. Angles chosen specifically to emphasize the mess. Miss Crane, have you seen these conditions? Yes, when I pick up Lily, I see it's not suitable for a child. And what about Mr. Devereaux's work schedule? How does that affect Lily? He's never there, always working. Lily stays with the neighbor, an elderly woman who can barely walk. What if there's an emergency? What if Lily needs help? Who's there for her? Sterling lets the questions hang. No further questions, Your Honor. Judge Montgomery looks at Bernard. Cross-examination. Bernard stands, walks to the witness stand. Miss Crane, you said Mr. Devereaux badmouths you to Lily. Do you have proof of this? It's what Lily tells me. Does Mr. Devereaux have proof that you called Lily and told her she might have to leave him? Natasha blinks. I don't recall, because Lily told him about that call. The one where you said he can't take care of her. Is that bad-mouthing? That's different. How? I was being honest. Bernard nods, walks away. No further questions. Natasha steps down, returns to her seat. Sterling stands again. The plaintiff rests, Your Honor. Judge Montgomery looks at Bernard. Mr. Mills, your first witness. Bernard stands, looks at Marcus. The defense calls Marcus Devereaux. Marcus stands. His legs feel like water. He walks to the witness stand, takes the oath, sits. The courtroom feels smaller from up here. Everyone's staring, judging. Bernard approaches. Mr. Devereaux, how long have you been Lily's father? 6 years since she was born. And in those 6 years, have you ever missed a birthday, a Christmas, a school event? No. Never. Never. Bernard picks up a document. Your Honor, I'd like to submit Exhibit B attendance records from Lily's school. Perfect attendance at parent-teacher conferences. Volunteer hours for field trips, room parent participation. He hands it to the judge. Mr. Devereaux, your ex-wife says you work 70 hours a week. Is that true? Yes. Why, because I have to. Rent, food, clothes, medicine when Lily gets sick. None of that is free. Do you want to work that much? No, but I do what I have to do. For Lily. For Lily. Bernard nods, steps back. Your witness, Mr. Sterling. Sterling stands, doesn't rush, takes his time walking to the witness stand. Mr. Devereaux, you work 70 hours a week, 2 jobs. When do you sleep? Whenever I can. And when do you see your daughter? Mornings, evenings when I can, weekends, when you're not too tired. I'm always tired, but I make time. Sterling smiles, cold. You make $38,400 a year, correct? Yes. After taxes, that's about $29,000, is that correct? Around that. And your rent is how much? $400 a month, subsidized. Utilities, $150, but food, $300, maybe less. So you're spending about $550 a month on basic needs, leaves you about $1,700. Where does that go? Savings, emergency fund, clothes for Lily, school supplies. How much in savings do you have? Marcus hesitates. Mr. Devereaux, $147. The courtroom is silent. Sterling lets it sit. $147. What happens if Lily needs braces, if she breaks an arm, if the car breaks down and you can't get to work? I'll figure it out. How? I always do. That's not an answer. It's the only answer I have. Sterling walks closer. Mr. Devereaux, do you love your daughter? More than anything. But love doesn't pay for college, does it? No. Love doesn't pay for a winter coat. No. Love doesn't pay for the life she deserves. Marcus looks at Sterling, looks at the judge, looks at Natasha. Then he speaks. No. Love doesn't pay for those things, but love shows up. Love is there when she's scared. Love is there when she cries. Love is there every single morning and every single night. Money can buy a lot of things, Mr. Sterling, but it can't buy being there. The courtroom is silent. Sterling's smile fades. No further questions. Marcus steps down, returns to his seat. His hands are shaking. He hides them under the table. Bernard leans over. That was good. Marcus doesn't feel good. Judge Montgomery looks at his watch. It's 11:30. We'll break for lunch. Reconvene at 1 p.m. The gavel comes down. Everyone stands. The judge exits. Marcus walks into the hallway. Needs air, needs space. Wynn is there, sitting on a bench, waiting. How's it going? Bad. He's tearing me apart. What did you say? The truth, that I'm broke, that I can barely afford to live, that love doesn't pay bills. Wynn puts a hand on his shoulder. Mac, you need to tell them. Tell them what? About Iraq, about the Bronze Star, about who you really are. That's not who I am, not anymore. It's exactly who you are. You just forgot. Marcus shakes his head. They won't care. Sterling will twist it, make it about PTSD or instability or something. Or he won't. Maybe the judge needs to hear it, needs to see you're more than what that bank account says. Marcus looks at Wynn. The old man's eyes are serious. I can't. You can, and you will, because Lily deserves a father who fights, not one who gives up. Marcus doesn't answer. At 1 p.m. they reconvene. Judge Montgomery enters. Everyone stands. Everyone sits. Mr. Mills, any more witnesses? Bernard looks at Marcus. Marcus shakes his head slightly. Bernard stands. The defense calls Winston Calloway. Wynn stands, walks to the witness stand, takes the oath. Bernard approaches. Mr. Calloway. How do you know Marcus Devereaux? He works for me. Has for 8 years. What kind of employee is he? Best I ever had. Shows up early, stays late, never complains. Does the work right the first time. Has he ever missed work? Once. When Lily had pneumonia, he called me from the hospital, apologized. I told him to stay with his daughter. He came in the next day anyway, worked a double to make up the hours. Bernard nods. Mr. Calloway, did you recently discover something about Mr. Devereaux's past? Wynn looks at Marcus. Marcus looks away. Yes. What did you discover? Wynn reaches into his jacket, pulls out the folder, the discharge papers. Marcus is a veteran, Army Corps of Engineers, served 2 tours in Iraq, 2008 to 2010. He was awarded the Bronze Star. The courtroom stirs, murmurs. Judge Montgomery looks up sharply. For what? Wynn opens the folder, reads, for exceptional bravery and technical skill in defusing 47 improvised explosive devices in Fallujah, Iraq. His actions directly saved the lives of approximately 200 coalition service members and Iraqi civilians. Silence. Complete silence. Bernard takes the folder, hands it to the judge. Judge Montgomery reads. His expression doesn't change, but his eyes do. Sterling stands. Objection, Your Honor. This is irrelevant to the matter at hand. Judge Montgomery looks at him. Overruled. Continue, Mr. Mills. Bernard turns back to Wynn. Mr. Calloway, in the 8 years you've known Marcus, did he ever mention this? No, not once. Why do you think that is? Because he's not looking for glory. He's looking to provide for his daughter. That's all that matters to him. No further questions. Sterling stands, approaches Wynn. Mr. Calloway, you said Mr. Devereaux is a good employee. Has he ever shown signs of PTSD? Anger, instability? Never. Not once. Not once. Sterling pauses. No further questions. Wynn steps down. As he passes Marcus, he whispers, Tell them. Judge Montgomery looks at Bernard. Any more witnesses? Bernard looks at Marcus. Marcus stands. Your Honor, may I approach? The judge nods. Marcus walks to the bench. His heart is hammering. His hands are shaking. Your Honor, I need to tell you something. Go ahead. 3 nights ago, Wednesday, I helped 2 girls. Their car broke down. They were stranded. I gave them a ride to a hotel. The judge's expression doesn't change, but his eyes sharpen. Go on. They told me their father was a judge, that his name was Thaddeus Montgomery. I didn't put it together until this morning. Until I saw you. Silence. I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. The judge sits back. Mr. Devereaux, are you asking me to recuse myself? No, Your Honor. I'm asking you to know the truth. I didn't help them because of who their father was. I helped them because that's what you do. You help people when they need it. Judge Montgomery looks at him for a long moment. Step back, Mr. Devereaux. Marcus returns to his seat. The judge looks at both lawyers. I'm calling a 15-minute recess. When we return, I have some questions of my own. The gavel comes down. The courtroom empties. Marcus sits alone at the table. Bernard is outside, making calls. Wynne is outside, waiting. Marcus just sits, thinking about Lily, about losing her, about the look on her face this morning. The 15 minutes feel like hours. Then the bailiff returns. All rise. Judge Montgomery enters. Everyone sits. The judge looks at Natasha. Miss Crane, would you approach the bench? Natasha stands, walks forward. Her face is pale. Judge Montgomery opens a new folder. Miss Crane, have you ever been arrested? Natasha's eyes go wide. That's not... Those charges were dropped. I didn't ask if they were dropped. I asked if you were arrested. Silence. Miss Crane. Yes, twice. For what? Possession, but it was a mistake. I was holding them for a friend. Both times. Yes. The judge pulls out another document. According to Philadelphia Police Department records, you were arrested March 23rd and July 17th of this year, both times for cocaine possession. Both times the charges were dropped due to procedural errors. Is that correct? Natasha doesn't answer. Miss Crane, were you also terminated from your position at Children and Youth Services on August 24th? I resigned. The termination letter says you were fired following a positive drug test. Is that accurate? Natasha starts to cry. Sterling is on his feet. Your Honor, these allegations are unsubstantiated. My client has never been convicted. But then Sterling pulls out his own folder, confident. Your Honor, I object to this ambush. My client has been actively seeking treatment. We have documentation. He hands copies to the judge. To Bernard. Certificate of completion, outpatient rehabilitation program. 30 days. Negative drug tests. Weekly therapy sessions. Judge Montgomery examines the documents. His expression doesn't change. When did your client complete this program? Last week, Your Honor. And the certificate is dated. The judge looks closer. September 15th, 5 days ago. Sterling nods, confident. My client recognized she had a problem. She took steps to address it. That shows responsibility, commitment to change. The courtroom murmurs. Marcus feels his stomach drop. This is it. This is how he loses. Judge Montgomery sets down the certificate. Mr. Sterling, who signed this document, but Dr. Patricia Woodson, licensed therapist. And is Dr. Woodson aware that completing a 30-day outpatient program does not negate 2 arrests, 2 overdoses, and active cocaine use as recently as 2 weeks ago? Sterling's smile falters. Your Honor, is Dr. Woodson aware that your client purchased cocaine on September 8th, 2 days before starting this program? The judge pulls out one more document, a photograph. This is surveillance footage from September 8th, 2 weeks ago, Kensington Avenue. Do you recognize the person in this photo? He shows it to Natasha. She crumbles. Your Honor, I've had some problems, but I'm getting help. Are you currently using cocaine? No, I've been clean for how long? 2 weeks. The courtroom erupts, murmurs, gasps. Marcus stands frozen. Judge Montgomery slams the gavel. Order. Silence returns. The judge looks at Natasha. Miss Crane, when was the last time Lily stayed overnight at your residence? Natasha doesn't answer. Miss Crane, 7 months ago. Why? Because I knew I couldn't. I knew it wasn't safe. But you filed for full custody anyway. I need help. If I lose my daughter, I lose everything. My job, my reputation, everything. Judge Montgomery closes the folder. Step back. Natasha returns to her table, sobbing. The judge looks at both lawyers. Before I rule, I'd like to speak with Lily, briefly, in chambers. Victor Sterling stands. Your Honor, the child is 6 years old. This is highly irregular. The child is the subject of this custody battle, Mr. Sterling. Her voice matters. Bailiff, please arrange for Lily to be brought from school. 30 minutes later, Lily sits in a chair that's too big for her. Her feet don't touch the ground. She's holding her stuffed elephant. Judge Montgomery sits across from her, not behind his desk, just 2 people talking. Hi, Lily. My name is Mr. Montgomery. Do you know why you're here? Lily nods. Because of Mommy and Daddy. That's right. Can I ask you some questions? Okay. Do you love your mommy? Yes. Do you love your daddy? Yes. If you could choose, who would you want to live with? Lily looks down at her elephant. Quiet. It's okay. There's no wrong answer. Daddy, her voice is small but certain. Why? Because Daddy's always there when I'm scared, when I have nightmares, when I'm sick. Daddy's there. What about Mommy? Lily thinks. Mommy's pretty, Mommy has a big house, but Mommy smells funny sometimes and she sleeps a lot. And one time I was at her house and my nose started bleeding and she didn't wake up. I had to call Daddy. Judge Montgomery's expression doesn't change, but his eyes do. When was this? A long time ago, before she went away. 7 months ago. Lily nods. Thank you, Lily. You can go back now. Lily stands, walks to the door, then stops. Mr. Montgomery. Yes. Are you going to make me leave my daddy? The judge looks at this 6-year-old girl, so small, so scared, so brave. No, sweetheart. You're going to stay with your daddy. Lily smiles, really smiles. Thank you. She leaves. Judge Montgomery sits alone in his chambers, thinks about his own daughters, about the times he wasn't there, about the man who stopped in the rain when he had every reason to keep driving. He picks up his gavel, walks back to the courtroom. Everyone rises, the judge sits. I've heard enough. He looks at Natasha, then at Marcus. This court awards full custody of Lily Marie Devereaux to her father, Marcus James Devereaux. Miss Crane, you are granted supervised visitation only contingent upon completion of a 90-day inpatient rehabilitation program and continued sobriety verified by random drug testing. The gavel comes down. This hearing is adjourned. Marcus doesn't move. Can't move. Full custody. Lily is his. Bernard grabs his arm. We won. Marcus, we won. Behind them, Natasha is sobbing. Sterling is packing his briefcase, already moving on to the next case. Wynne appears, pulls Marcus into a hug. I told you. I told you. Marcus's legs give out. He sits down hard, puts his head in his hands, and for the first time in 15 years, Marcus Devereaux cries. Not from pain, from relief, from joy, from knowing his daughter is safe. Outside the courtroom, the hallway is chaos. Other cases, other families, other lives being decided. Marcus walks through it all in a daze. At the end of the hall, 2 young women are waiting. Sophia and Isabella, they see him. Run over. We heard. We were listening outside. You won. Marcus nods. Can't speak yet. Isabella hugs him. Our father did the right thing. He did, Marcus manages. Sophia hands him something, a card. Our number, both of us, and our father's. He wants to talk to you when you're ready. Marcus takes it. Thank you. For Wednesday night. For everything. You saved us first, Sophia says. They leave. Marcus stands alone in the hallway. He pulls out his phone. Calls Mrs. Patterson. She answers on the first ring. Marcus, I won. Lily's staying with me. He hears her crying. Hears her praising God. Hears her calling to Lily in the background. She's here, baby. She wants to talk to you. Then Lily's voice. Daddy. Marcus's throat closes. Hey, baby girl. Did you win? I won. You're staying with me. Lily screams, pure joy. Marcus can hear her jumping, dancing. I'm coming home. Right now, I'm coming home. He hangs up, starts walking down the stairs, through security, out the doors, into the sunlight. The storm is over, and Marcus Devereaux is going home to his daughter. Marcus drives home with the windows down. September air rushing through the car. He can't stop his hands from shaking, can't stop the smile that keeps breaking across his face. Lily is his. No more courtrooms, no more lawyers, no more wondering if today is the last day he'll tuck her in. She's his. The parking lot of his building looks different somehow. Same cracked asphalt, same overflowing dumpster, same rust-stained walls. But it looks like home now. Really home. Marcus takes the stairs 2 at a time. Apartment 2D. The door still sticks. He puts his shoulder into it. Inside, Lily is standing in the middle of the living room. Mrs. Patterson is behind her, hands on her shoulders, both of them crying. Lily sees him. She runs. Marcus drops to his knees and catches her, wraps his arms around her, holds her so tight he's afraid he might break her. But he can't let go, can't loosen his grip. Daddy. Her voice is muffled against his shoulder. Daddy, you won. I won, baby girl. You're staying with me. Forever. Forever. Lily pulls back, looks at his face. Her small hands touch his cheeks. She's checking. Making sure he's real. Making sure this isn't a dream. I don't have to go to Mommy's house. No. You stay here. With me. Every night. Every night. Lily throws her arms around his neck again. Marcus stands, lifts her. She wraps her legs around his waist like she used to when she was 3. Mrs. Patterson is dabbing her eyes with a tissue. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Marcus looks at her over Lily's shoulder. Thank you, Lorraine, for everything. Baby, you don't thank family? She kisses his cheek, pats Lily's back, gathers her things. I'll leave you two alone. You got celebrating to do. After she leaves, Marcus sits on the couch. Lily still in his arms. She's not letting go, neither is he. Daddy. Yeah, baby. Can we have ice cream? Marcus laughs. Really laughs. The sound fills the apartment. We can have all the ice cream you want. They walk to the ice cream shop 2 blocks away, the one with the red awning. Mr. Chen gives Lily extra everything. For the princess. Lily beams. They sit at the little table by the window, eating, talking, just being together. His phone rings while they're walking home. Unknown number. Marcus answers. Mr. Devereaux, this is Thaddeus Montgomery. Marcus stops walking. Lily tugs his hand. Your Honor, I didn't expect... I'm not Your Honor right now. I'm just Thaddeus, a father calling another father. Silence. My daughters told me more about Wednesday night, about what you said, about your daughter, about fighting to keep her. Yes, sir. I want to thank you for stopping, for helping them when no one else would, but more than that, I want to apologize. Marcus frowns. For what? For almost making the wrong decision. I read your file Wednesday night, saw the numbers, saw the struggle, and I almost recused myself, almost walked away because of the conflict. Thaddeus pauses. But my daughters asked me to tell you something. They said you're the kind of father they wish they'd had growing up. And that made me realize something. I've been so focused on providing, on working, on building a career that I forgot what actually matters. I wasn't there, not the way you're there for Lily. Marcus doesn't know what to say. My daughters and I would like to invite you and Lily to dinner. This Saturday, if you're available. Nothing formal. Just a chance to say thank you properly. Marcus looks down at Lily. She's watching him, curious. We'd be honored, sir. 7 p.m. I'll have Sophia text you the address. And Mr. Devereaux, yes, what you did in Iraq, what you do every day for your daughter, that's real heroism. Don't ever forget that. The call ends. Marcus stands there on the sidewalk, phone in hand, Lily pulling his arm. Who was that daddy? A friend, baby, a new friend. Saturday evening. Marcus stands in front of the bathroom mirror, same borrowed suit. He adjusts the tie for the 5th time. Lily comes in. She's wearing her Sunday dress, yellow with sunflowers. Her hair is in 2 puffs. She looks beautiful. Do I look okay, Daddy? You look perfect. You look nervous. I am nervous. Why, you said they're nice. They are, but their house is very big, very fancy. We have to be on our best behavior. Lily takes his hand. We're always on our best behavior. Marcus smiles. She's right. The address Sophia sent is in Chestnut Hill. 30-minute drive. Marcus's Honda looks out of place the moment they turn onto the street. Mansions, manicured lawns, gates. Thaddeus Montgomery's house is at the end of a cul-de-sac. Stone facade, circular driveway, fountain in front. Marcus parks, turns off the engine, looks at Lily. Ready? She nods. They walk to the front door. Marcus rings the bell. Chimes echo inside. Footsteps. The door opens. Sophia, wearing jeans and a sweater, casual. She sees Marcus and lights up. You came? We did. Isabella appears behind her. Same casual clothes. She kneels down to Lily's level. You must be Lily. Your dad told us all about you. Lily hides behind Marcus's leg, shy. Come in, come in. They step inside. The foyer is bigger than Marcus's entire apartment. Marble floors, chandelier, staircase. Lily's eyes go wide. It's okay, baby, Marcus whispers. Thaddeus appears from a side room, not wearing his judge's robe, just khakis and a button-down shirt. He looks different, less intimidating. Marcus, Lily, welcome to our home. He shakes Marcus's hand, kneels down to Lily. You have your father's eyes. Lily looks up at Marcus, then back at Thaddeus. Thank you. Dinner's almost ready. I hope you like steak. They move to the dining room. Long table, 8 chairs, but Thaddeus has only set 4 places. End of the table, close together, informal. The food comes out, steak, mashed potatoes, green beans, bread. More food than Marcus and Lily could eat in a week. Sophia helps Lily cut her steak. Isabella pours her juice. Thaddeus watches with something like regret in his eyes. I never did this, he says quietly. When they were Lily's age, I was always working, always in court, always somewhere else. He looks at Marcus. You work 70 hours a week, 2 jobs, but you still show up, still make time. How? Marcus sets down his fork. Because she's all I have. If I lose her, I lose everything. Thaddeus nods slowly. I had everything, money, career, reputation, but I lost time, and you can't get that back. Sophia reaches over, touches her father's hand. You're here now, Dad. That's what matters. After dinner, Sophia and Isabella take Lily to the game room. Marcus can hear her squealing with delight. Thaddeus leads Marcus to the back patio. City lights sprawl below them. Philadelphia at night, beautiful and brutal. My daughters told me something else, Thaddeus says. They said they wish they had a father like you. That hit me harder than I expected. He sits. Marcus sits beside him. I gave them everything except what they actually needed. I thought providing meant buying things, paying for schools, paying for clothes, but they didn't need things, they needed me. Thaddeus looks at Marcus. You have nothing. Materially, I mean. But you have everything that matters. And that's why you won on Friday. Not because of the Bronze Star, not because of Natasha's addiction, but because Lily needs you, and you're there. Marcus doesn't know what to say. Thank you, is all he can manage. No, thank you, for reminding me what being a father actually means. They sit in silence, comfortable. 2 men who barely know each other but understand something fundamental about the other. Inside, Lily's laughter echoes through the house. Marcus smiles. Can I ask you something? Thaddeus says. Of course. What are you going to do now about work, about money, about giving Lily the life she deserves? Marcus has been thinking about this. I'm going to keep working, keep showing up, keep being there. The money will come eventually, or it won't. Either way, she'll have me. Thaddeus nods. What if I could help? Marcus stiffens. I don't want charity. It's not charity, it's an investment in a good man who deserves a break. I can't accept. Hear me out. Thaddeus stands, walks to the edge of the patio. My daughters are starting a foundation, helping single parents, legal aid, childcare assistance, job training. They asked me to fund it. I said yes. He turns back. You could be one of the first recipients, not a handout, a hand up, help finding a better job, better pay, better hours, so you can still be there for Lily but not kill yourself doing it. Marcus wants to say no, wants to refuse, pride swelling in his chest, but then he thinks about Lily, about giving her more, about not working 70 hours a week, about being there for homework, for bedtime stories, for all the small moments he's been missing. Okay, he says quietly. Thaddeus smiles. Okay. 3 months later, December, first snow of the season. Marcus wakes up at 6 a.m., not 4:30. 6. His new job starts at 8. Shop manager at Callaway's Auto. Wynn promoted him. $52,000 a year, benefits, vacation time, regular hours. Marcus only works one job now. He makes breakfast, real breakfast, eggs, toast, orange juice. Lily sits at the table doing homework, 2nd grade now, on a roll. Daddy, can Sophia and Isabella come to my play next week? I'll ask them. And Mr. Wynn, he already said yes. Lily grins. Goes back to her homework. Marcus's phone buzzes. Text from Sophia. Still on for dinner tonight. Marcus texts back. Wouldn't miss it. Every Saturday. For 3 months now. Dinner at the Montgomery house, or sometimes at Marcus's apartment. Thaddeus learned to cook, actual cooking, not just ordering takeout. The two families have become one. Strange, unexpected, but real. At 7 p.m., Marcus and Lily arrive at the Montgomery house. But tonight is different. There's another car in the driveway, one Marcus recognizes, Natasha's. He tenses. Lily sees it too, grabs his hand tighter. The door opens. Sophia. She asked if she could come. Dad said it was up to you. Marcus looks down at Lily. What do you think baby Lily thinks about it? 6 years old but wise beyond her years. Is mommy better now? She's trying to be. Then okay. They walk inside. Natasha is sitting in the living room. She looks different, thinner, tired but clear-eyed, sober. She sees Lily, starts to cry. Hi, baby! Lily walks over slowly, lets Natasha hug her, but she doesn't hug back. Not yet. I'm sorry, Natasha whispers. I'm so sorry. Marcus stands in the doorway, watching. Thaddeus appears beside him. She finished the 90-day program, been sober for 6 months. She asked if she could see Lily. I told her I'd ask you first. Marcus nods. She can see her, supervised, slow. That's what she wants, just a chance. Dinner is awkward at first. Natasha sits at the far end of the table, quiet, careful. She watches Lily like she's memorizing her face. Lily talks about school, about her friends, about the play next week where she's playing a princess. Can you come, Mommy? Lily asks. Natasha looks at Marcus, asking permission. Marcus nods. I'd love to, baby. After dinner, Natasha pulls Marcus aside. Thank you for letting me see her. She's your daughter, too. I don't deserve... No, you don't, but you're trying. That's what matters. Natasha wipes her eyes. I got a job at a rehab center, counseling other addicts, helping them the way I should have helped myself. That's good. I'm not asking for custody. I'm not asking for anything except a chance to be in her life, even just a little bit. Marcus looks through the doorway. Lily is laughing. Sophia is teaching her a card game. Isabella is taking pictures, family. You can see her twice a month, supervised, at the park or here, somewhere public, if you stay clean. I will, I promise. Don't promise me. Promise her. Natasha nods. Spring, April. Lily's school play. She's the princess, yellow dress, plastic crown. Marcus sits in the front row, Thaddeus beside him, Sophia and Isabella, Wynne, Mrs. Patterson, Bernard Mills, Jerome from the veterans group, and in the back row, quiet, alone, but there, Natasha, 8 months sober now. The lights go down, the play begins. Lily is perfect, doesn't miss a single line. Marcus records the whole thing on his phone, after they all go out for pizza. Mr. Chen's ice cream shop is closed for renovations, so pizza it is. Lily sits at the head of the table, crown still on, princess for the day. Natasha sits beside her. They talk quietly about the play, about school, about small things that used to be everything. Marcus watches, sees Natasha smile, really smile, sees Lily warm up. Just a little, just enough. It's not forgiveness, not yet. But it's a start, 1 year later. Marcus stands in the parking lot of a new building. Not his Section 8 apartment, a real apartment, 2 bedrooms, downtown, close to Lily's school, close to work. He can afford it now, barely, but he can. Wynne helped with the security deposit, Thaddeus helped with furniture. The veterans group helped with moving, community, family, people who showed up when it mattered. Marcus unlocks the door, steps inside. Lily runs past him, straight to her room. She's decorated it herself, purple walls, posters, books on shelves that Sophia and Isabella helped build. Daddy, come look. Marcus walks to her room, stands in the doorway. Lily is spinning, arms out, laughing. I have my own room, my own room. Marcus's chest tightens. You do, baby girl. Thank you, Daddy. She runs over, hugs him tight. Marcus holds her. This moment, this perfect moment. Later that night, after Lily is asleep in her own bed, in her own room, Marcus sits on the couch. His phone buzzes. Text from Thaddeus. You settled in? Marcus texts back. Yeah, Lily loves it. Good. Listen, I'm retiring next month. Want to spend more time with the girls. Actually be present. I learned that from you. Marcus stares at the phone. Another text. Thank you for stopping that night. You saved my daughters, but you also saved me, reminded me what matters. Marcus types back slowly. You saved me too, when you didn't have to. Thank you. That's what family does. Marcus sets down the phone. Family. Not by blood, not by law, by choice, by showing up, by being there when it mattered most. He walks to Lily's room, opens the door quietly. She's asleep, curled up with her stuffed elephant. Marcus sits on the edge of her bed, brushes her hair back from her face. I love you, sweetheart, he whispers. Lily mumbles in her sleep. Love you too, Daddy. Marcus stands, walks to the window, looks out at the city. Philadelphia at night, still brutal, still beautiful, but different now, because he sees it differently. 3 weeks later, the Philadelphia Veterans Fund Gala, hotel ballroom, 200 people in formal wear. Veterans, donors, politicians, press. Marcus stands backstage in a rented tux. Lily beside him in a new dress, light blue. She picked it out herself. You nervous, Daddy? Yeah, baby, I am. Why, you saved 200 people, that's a lot. Marcus smiles. That was a long time ago. You save me every day. Marcus kneels down, looks at his daughter. You save me, Lily, every single day. A man appears, event coordinator. Mr. Devereaux, you're on in 2 minutes. Marcus stands, takes Lily's hand. They walk to the wings. He can see the crowd, the lights, the podium. The coordinator hands him a microphone. When they introduce you, just walk out. Speak from the heart. You'll be great. The lights dim. A voice over the speakers. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we honor fathers who served our country and continue to serve their families. Men who fight battles both abroad and at home. Men who show us what true heroism looks like. Marcus's chest tightens. Please welcome Captain Marcus Devereaux, Bronze Star recipient, Iraq War veteran, and father. Applause. Marcus walks onto the stage. The lights are blinding. He reaches the podium, looks out at the crowd, sees Wynne in the 3rd row, Thaddeus, Sophia, and Isabella beside him. Mrs. Patterson, Bernard Mills, Jerome in the veteran group, and in the back. Quiet. But there. Natasha, 12 months sober. Marcus clears his throat. I'm not good at speeches, I'm better with wrenches. Scattered laughter. They asked me to talk about heroism, about service, about sacrifice. He pauses. In Iraq, I defused bombs, 47 IEDs. They gave me a medal, called me a hero, and maybe I was, I don't know. But I know this. The hardest battle I ever fought wasn't in Fallujah. It was in a courtroom in Philadelphia, fighting to keep my daughter, fighting to prove that love matters more than money. That being there matters more than credentials. His voice breaks slightly. I almost lost. Had a 98.7% chance of losing. But I didn't. And you want to know why? He looks at Wynne. Because people showed up. A boss who became family, who discovered my past when I tried to hide it. Who told me to stop pretending I was less than I am. He looks at Thaddeus. Because a judge chose justice over bias, chose truth over paperwork, chose to see me as a father, not a bank account. He looks at Natasha. Because even the people who hurt us deserve a chance to heal, to change, to come back. He looks at Lily in the wings. She waves. And because a 6-year-old girl reminds me every single day why I fight, why I show up, why I refuse to give up. Marcus grips the podium. Real heroism isn't defusing bombs. It's showing up for homework, for bedtime stories, for skinned knees and bad dreams and school plays. Real heroism is being there when they wake up, every single morning, no matter what. He steps back from the podium. The room is silent. Then one person stands, Wynne, then another, Thaddeus, then Sophia, Isabella, Mrs. Patterson, Bernard, Jerome. Then the entire room, standing ovation, 200 people, phones out, recording, cameras flashing. Marcus stands on that stage. Tears running down his face, not from pain, from relief, from joy, from knowing that his story matters, that he matters. Lily runs onto the stage, wraps her arms around his waist. Marcus picks her up, holds her. The applause continues. The cameras capture it, and the video goes viral that night. 2 million views in 24 hours, 10 million by the end of the week, not because of the Bronze Star, not because of the custody battle, but because of what Marcus said. Real heroism is being there. And that message resonates with every father, every mother, every parent who's ever fought to show up, to be present, to be enough. 18 months after the gala, Marcus wakes up in his 2-bedroom apartment. Sunlight through the windows, Lily's room door is open. He can hear her singing while getting dressed. Second nature now, this piece, his phone buzzes, text from Sophia. Dad's retirement party tonight, 6 p.m., don't be late. Marcus smiles, types back. We'll be there. He makes breakfast, eggs, toast, orange juice. Lily appears, 8 years old now, 3rd grade, honor roll for the 6th straight semester. Daddy, Miss Parker said my essay won the school contest. The one about heroes. Yeah, I wrote about you. Marcus's throat tightens. Baby, I'm not. You are to me. They eat breakfast together, talk about school, about the weekend, about normal things. This is victory, not the courtroom, not the medal, not the viral video. This. After dropping Lily at school, Marcus drives to Callaway's Auto. The sign has been repainted. Business is good. Wynn hired 3 more mechanics, all veterans. Morning, Mac. Morning, Wynn. Same greeting. 8 years running. Some things don't change. His phone buzzes, text from Natasha. Can I take Lily to the museum Saturday? I have 2 tickets. Marcus reads it twice. Thinks about the journey. 90 days to 6 months to 18 months. Every supervised visit, every small step, every proof that people can change. He types back. She'd love that. I'll drop her off at 10. That evening, Marcus and Lily arrive at Thaddeus Montgomery's house. The living room is full. Sophia and Isabella, their boyfriends, Wynn, Mrs. Patterson, Bernard Mills, Jerome, and several veterans, even Natasha included. Thaddeus is at the center, retired now, spending his days with his daughters, making up for lost time. He sees Marcus, walks over. Can you believe it, 60 years old and finally learning what matters? Better late than never. They shake hands, then hug. Brothers now. After dinner, Marcus steps onto the back patio, looks out at the city, Philadelphia. Still brutal, still beautiful. Different now. Sophia joins him. You changed my father's life. You know that. He changed mine. That night, when you stopped, you saved more than just me and Isabella. Marcus shakes his head. I just did what anyone should do. But most people don't. That's the difference. Inside, Lily's laughter echoes. Pure, joyful, free. Marcus smiles. This is enough. This is everything. The camera pulls back. Through the window, the whole family visible. Eating, laughing, living. The image freezes. White text appears. Marcus still works at Callaway's auto shop. Shop manager. Training the next generation of veteran mechanics. Lily is in 3rd grade. Honor roll. Writes stories about heroes who show up. Natasha has been sober for 18 months. She sees Lily every week now, rebuilding trust 1 visit at a time. Thaddeus retired from the bench. He has dinner with his daughters 4 times a week. Finally present. Wynn hired 6 more veterans. Callaway's Auto is the highest-rated shop in Philadelphia. The Montgomery Foundation has helped 412 single parents. The video of Marcus's speech has been viewed 23 million times. But none of that matters as much as this. Final image, Marcus and Lily. Morning, kitchen table, homework, breakfast, laughing. Just a father and daughter, being there for each other, the way it should be. Sometimes the people you save end up saving you. Real victory isn't revenge. Real victory is being there when they wake up. Every single morning, fade to black.